So the next person to present is Arlen Bennett, who was simply pursuing happiness when he lost his balance for no explicable reason on the walk up to his front door. And in the 8 years since his diagnosis of Parkinson's, Arlen has not dimmed those pursuits, but rather pursued them stronger and louder. Any native and performing a New York native and performing songwriter, he now performs the Healing Project, spreading his positive music and bringing Parkinson's awareness under the mantra, everybody is healing from something.
Oh, that feels good. There's something great about going big, you know. I'm trying to go to the World Parkinson Congress in Japan next year. I've been to the last couple of them, and something about this one, I can go big in Japan now. So while I catch my breath, this is what it takes to go big. Speaking of big, how about those Red Sox? Take it from me, a 1986 Mets fan, and still Mets fan. Who knew that the Boston Red Sox would take over the next century, and the Mets would have to wait and wait and wait and wait. Ready? Thank you. Okay, that's 5 of my 15 minutes now. This guitar has been out of my hands for a few years. It's just disappeared because of the situation that some of us in this room have found us in. It's an amazing thing, this Parkinson's. It's really, like Natasha said before, there's no two of us have the same kind of symptoms. And I think I'm going to be able to form some chords for you here. But for a while there, I had no really fluidity in my fingers. And then I couldn't really strum very well. And so I was reduced. I didn't say reduced. I just sang, which is, as you found out just before, is a great thing to do. So I kept singing. And then I kept working on things, and this guitar came back to me. And I found that I'd just done enough work to just do a couple of songs. I'd be very happy with that. And to be able to do this for you today is really a gift beyond measure, like my family, Catherine, Phelan, and Arlana. This is called, it's this song I wrote. And I wasn't going to do it today, but because we're all changers here, we are changers. I am the change, you're the change. We are all the change here. Because we had to make a big change when something came into our lives that was kind of uninvited. And even though this song is more about, well, it's about whatever you want it to be, so be the change. Woman stepped on the bus like any one of us after a hard working day. She walked halfway back to a seat marked for blacks and took her place. She was someone who really understood how a law could be a crime. When she wouldn't give her seat to a white man on his feet, yeah. It was time to be the change you want to see around you. Be the right in a world of wrong. Be the one to make a difference. Be the change, be the change. Many years before, another place, another war, in a struggle to be free, a wise barefoot man had his own plan to fight the enemy. He said it makes no sense to use violence as a means to an end. We must rise above what they would do to us, or we become like them. So be the change you want to see around you. Be the right in a world of wrong. Be the one to make a difference. Be the change, be the change. It's the pull of a lever. It's the sound of your voice. Or voice! It's now or never, yeah. It's a choice to be the change you want to see around you. Be the right in a world of wrong. Be the one to make a difference. Thank you. One thing, I used to live in Princeton, New Jersey, and in Harvard. How far is Harvard from here? Pretty close, right? I know that Dr. Simon is at Harvard. Is at Harvard, right? Yeah. And when I went to Princeton, I didn't go to Princeton. I lived in Princeton. But when I was there was a lot of animosity to Harvard. Real Ivy League, you know. Yeah, good. That's two of us here. But I really liked living there. It was a really wonderful little town. You know, I got into the little bit into the rivalry, the Ivy League thing, you know, and I got into. I was always a fan of Einstein. In fact, I moved to Princeton because Einstein had lived there. And one thing about Parkinson's is it really forces you to kind of examine your brain, learn about your brain, which I did a lot about that. And of course, when you think about brains, you think of Albert Einstein. And Einstein's power was not in his ability to calculate, not in his ability to write great equations or you know, fill a blackboard with mathematics. His great gift is our great gift, the power of imagination. He said, knowledge is nothing. It's the ability to imagine is everything. And so I kept doing that. Because with PD, one great thing about your either subcortex or the cortical areas, I'm sure Dr. Simon can explain these areas much better than I can, but you can imagine, and I imagine this song by Albert Einstein. It's actually by me, but it's about I'll shut up now, just sing the thing. If I could ride a beam of light across the universe, imagine how that would be. I'd hit the speed limit, wouldn't age another minute, by special relativity. That's what Einstein dreamt in a thought experiment to unlock the secret of the stars. But I wonder if he ever thought to endeavor to unlock the secret of the heart. Dr. Einstein, the question I would ask if you were alive and I was sitting in your class, all the beauty in your mind and all you have in space and time, what is love? Well, you give me a grin, scratch your chin. Run your fingers through that hair. Growing ever weary, thinking of a theory greater than your MC squared. You knew the power of the sun, but what does that compare to the power shared when two hearts join as one? Dr. Einstein, the question I would ask if you were alive and I was sitting in your class, of all the beauty in your mind, all you know of space and time, what is love? You ran out of time before you figured out the answer to all that is. But I will keep on searching to find the inertia behind a single kiss. Dr. Einstein, the question I would ask if you were alive and I were sitting in your class, all the power in your mind, all you know is space and time. What is love? Thank you. A little parched up here. What about PD? We all know dry mouth. I'd like to thank Dr. Simon for having me here. Thank you very much. Rachel, your help. It's really an honor and a gift to be on this stage sharing with my peeps who have become my newest peeps. We're all over the place, and we're all fighters, we're all warriors, and we fight an amazing battle that's really hard to explain to other people who are not dealing with this kind of thing. I'll write a song about that too next time. I'd like to thank Natasha also and Ken for having me here. They sort of inspired, made this whole thing happen, and thank you also. And my wife, Catherine, where is she? There she is. Without her, this stage is, is being swept at the moment. One thing you find out when you have PD, and even if you don't, I mean, it's, the things that are possible in this world are just are infinite. And until things are taken away from you, do you realize that these are more things that are possible. This is a song I wrote that I was lucky enough to get used, I guess, at the World Parkinson Congress in Portland, Oregon. And it's the name of a CD that I wrote. I did this kind of stuff before PD, by the way. This is called The World of Possibility, because it is. So thank you again for having me. It's been a joy to play and sing. And I didn't think this was possible a couple of years ago, that I would actually play these songs again in front of people. But nothing's impossible, right? After all, the Red Sox went a whole 100 years without winning anything. You can walk, you can dance, talk, you can sing, rock, you can roll, yeah, you can do almost anything. Anything. You can think, you can dream, if you can dream, You can fly, fly, you can seek, seek and you will find the missing piece to the puzzle of your life, the one that disappeared just when things were going right. Close your eyes and you will see a broken world is a world of possibility. Yeah, it's a world of possibility. Listen now. You've been dealt a cruel hand by the master croupier. It don't seem fair, but now we've got to play. So double down with an angel from above. Stand your ground, and soon you will discover the missing piece to the puzzle of your life, the one that disappeared just when things were going right. Close your eyes and you will see a broken world is a world of possibility. Yeah, it's a world of possibility. Infinite world of possibility. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Listen now. If you can walk, you can dance. Talk, you can sing. Rock, you can roll. Yeah, you can do, what is it? Almost anything. Think, you can dream. If you can dream, you can fly. Fly, you can seek. And seek and you will find the missing piece to the puzzle of your life, the one that disappeared just when things were going right. Close your eyes and you will see a broken world is not broken, a world of possibility. It's a world of possibility. It's a world of possibility. I had to do that. Thank you again so much. To all of us out there, let's go forth and beat on this thing until it's gone. And keep singing, keep doing all the things we learned today, and keep doing, and eventually it will succumb to us. Thank you so much.